And we are back. Thanks for staying with us. It's time for us to go through the front pages of the newspaper. And with me is Mike Messikeno.
Goes with you.
Let's get right on it. So we'll be starting with the Punch newspaper, making the headlines. Presidency alleges political agenda as protest hits states. And on the rider here, we have no anonymity in protests. Some people leveraging current situation for political gains, says presidential aide. Police share biscuits, water at Lagos protests. NLC urges Tinubu to end extreme hardship, food crisis. And at the top of the paper here, interest rate hike. Private sector economists foresee fresh job losses, recession. Oh, that sad one there. And CBN clears $400 million debt, plans tough sanctions for banks to tackle excess money supply. And also here we have on the 5th anniversary photo exhibition opens today. So that's some event happening later today. So at the bottom of the paper here, federal government completes $700 million gas pipeline in March after 8 years. And 3 bodies recovered, 11 rescued as Lagos boat capsizes. That's a very, very sad story there. And finally, Senate to probe Ajakoto Steel over $496 million payments. And of course, there's a picture story here of the protest that happened. I mean, I think this one happened in, I know there were reports of some protests happening in different parts of the country yesterday. Yeah. There was one in Akwa Ibom, yeah. Yesterday. Yes. So yeah.
Yeah, but I saw the video of the Nigerian police giving biscuits and water, and I kind of it's a first.
At least they've not lost their sense of humanity, right?
Yes, and I was, because just prior to that, the day before, the police released a statement that said that they will not. It's of course is a citizen's right to protest.
Yeah.
But you don't have a right to disrupt the activities of
the nation. Yeah.
So you cannot protest and block the road in such a way that do not let that would, be strongly frowned against. And I can understand that. Yes, you can protest without affecting the normal activity of somebody else who probably is not protesting as well. And so, for me, I would say kudos to the Nigerian police. That's how we expect them to be. I mean, think about it. The next protest, they can bring jollof rice and chicken,
meat pie, snacks,
it can be,
and then it's scorching. It's really hot.
Exactly. So big shout out. I saw the videos. I was like, whoa, Nigerian police, well done.
But we didn't actually think that the NLC was going to go on with the strike, especially after meeting with the federal government.
Well, they've pushed it to 1 week. Let's just see how it goes and all of that. But like you said, there are 2 things. The presidency alleges, like the major headline there is that political agenda. Yes, that could be there, but it doesn't mean that people
are exactly. Exactly.
Yes, opponents of the government might want to use that as a tool to show whatever that is possible. They are not mutually exclusive activities or events.
Yeah.
It can happen side by side. People are not happy, and we are protesting, and at the same time, antagonists of the government might also want to use that protest in such a way as,
I think that's not really far-fetched. I mean, we've seen all of this, some of this protests being hijacked. But yeah, so let's move on to the Vanguard newspaper. Mike, you want to take this one?
Yeah, okay, Vanguard. NLC gives a 17-point demand to Tinubu on suspends protest. That's on the Vanguard. We can see here suspicions, just above the flag, suspicious $26 billion passed through Binance Nigeria in 1 year. That's from
Cardoso,
the CBN
acting governor,
governor and all of that. And it's been on and on about how cryptocurrency or is that the solution? Is that what has made the Naira depreciate so bad?
So they say that it has. Yeah, because I remember last week there were reports of arrests of BDC operators in different parts of the country, and then the Naira dropped. I remember at the time it was 1,800 per dollar.
As it stands, we are riding on street. Look, it is just very simple. It is the simplest thing ever. The only way the Naira will appreciate in such a way that it is genuine is just simple production. We need to just shift from being consumption-based
consumer brand. Yeah.
It's just simple. Your money does not have value because you are not giving the money, you are not doing anything, you're not exporting. Simple. I know, we're trying to see what we can do to shore up this thing and all of that.
Yeah.
But then we need to look at the major thing. Our major export is oil. We are talking about working on the refineries and ensuring that we don't send out the product, it's refined there, and then we buy the final product at where it should be lower here because we produce
it exactly
outside, a lot of other things. But you see, these things are in the world, as it were. These are vehicles of financial management used in other parts of the world. They are still being.
I agree.
Would people commit nefarious activities with them?
Of course
they will.
Yeah.
They will. Is that the major thing that is causing it? No, it is not the major. These are small things by the side. When we put our acts together, we're looking at it. Yes, there's a Dangote refinery there, fixing Port Harcourt refinery. Get those things back, and then our major export, as it were, a major resource which we've relied on for years. Well, let's find a way to maximize the from that one, and then
also other mineral resources as well.
At least. Let me just go into that one.
Okay, so any more stories you'd like to take?
No, but no, let's move to another paper.
Okay, so let's go through the Guardian newspaper. Nigerian Tribune, making the headlines here. Oron Saye reports FEC okays full implementation 12 years after. And on the riders here, to merge agencies, departments, list affected agencies. Okay, so there are more stories there on the riders, but I'll just move on to other stories here. Joint military police team rescue 16 kidnapped victims in Kogi. CJN swears in 11 new Supreme Court justices, and customs suspend rice sale over stampede. And we oppose call on Yoruba not to protest against Tinubu's IMF policies, says Afenifere. And at the bottom of the paper here, CSOs protest over high cost of living in Lagos, Edo, Osun. Maritime workers to join NLC protest as Labour says no going back. Police put personnel on alerts nationwide. And the top of the paper here, 30 billion naira to governors, Akpabio recants, apologizes. That was trending.
I don't understand though. Would the Senate president just say something and that was not the fact? I don't get, because some governors, I don't know, I think it was
one of APC governors.
Who,
one of APC governors.
Yes, mentioned. So I don't know, maybe not get to everybody.
Yes.
That's the situation. It didn't get to everybody. I don't know.
It's crazy.
I think we've gotten past politics. It should be governance now. And governance is for Nigerians, not for
it's
APC
for the people, or party.
Or Labour Party. Governance is about Nigerians. I think we've gotten past it. But some people are already thinking about 2027 already. You know, we think politically rather than thinking as a people, for people. There's a government on hand now. Let's think about people, whether you are this, you are Nigerian. You know, because when he made that statement, it shocked the number of people that, people are saying, so what is this person doing? I mean, we had the governor of Lagos State who had a media chat and spoke about how, you know, the things that the government is doing,
to ease,
even those who don't think it is enough. Exactly, there's Mama Put, civil servants.
Also transportation, he eased, reduced the cost of transportation 25%.
Civil servants now work 3 days a week. And all in a bid to try and cut down the cost of, you know,
and also ease the hardship on a lot of Nigerians as well. So, okay, so let's move on to the Nation newspaper. Would you like to take that one?
Although I don't have the Nation.
Okay, so
it's just Punch and Vanguard.
Okay, so I think it's just Vanguard and Punch.
Yeah, just for Vanguard and Punch.
Okay. So I think
let me just,
that's it on the papers here.
Yeah, let me just pick up one story here. On the Punch. Let me just head back to the Punch and pick up just one more story here. Let's see. Let's check out the Punch here. Okay, Senate to probe Ajakuta still over 496 million naira payment. That is, we have moribund industries that these are things that some nations have been built on. Steel is something that has built some nations, even in Asia and all of that. And we have so many of them. I know how much, you know, has if we, like you had mentioned, the resources are so much, it could be such a way that it is more than enough. What did the Middle East, what did they do with sand that today, that money is the kind of money that, even if you do blood money, you will not get the kind of money that all those Middle East nations they have. We are extremely blessed.
You know, it just reminds me of when I traveled last year, and I actually saw the Ajakuta still, right? And it was in a very, very depressing
But it's gone,
state.
the place, nothing, moribund, nothing is happening there for
It's
you.
ridiculous,
Yes.
but I'm glad that there are plans
And then there's
to
also in
revive
Warri,
it.
in Delta State, the DSC, Delta Steel Company also, that one also. Steel is a major thing that we have.
Exactly, natural resource, yeah, that we need to, invest in. All right, and that's it on the front page this morning. Thank you so much, Mike, for doing this with me.
Okay.
And we'll go on a quick break. The show continues shortly. Stay with us.